Minneapolis from Hong Kong appearing fatigued. Shortly after, she collapses and dies in the hospital with doctors unable to identify the cause. Tragically, her young son Clark shortly succumbs to similar symptoms. Her husband Mitch is left reeling from the loss. As authorities begin to investigate, they suspect a contagious pathogen, and a pattern of similar deaths emerges in global cities like Tokyo and London. The CDC and WHO launch an effort to trace the outbreak. Dr. Erin Mears is sent to Minneapolis for the investigation. She interviews Beth's co-workers and contacts, discovering that a man who drove Beth from the airport shows early signs of illness. Mears directs him to exit a crowded bus to prevent further contagion. The virus spreads rapidly, outpacing officials' expectations. Scientists identify the virus, dubbed MEV1, as a hybrid of bat and pig DNA. It attacks both the respiratory and central nervous systems, leading to quick deterioration into seizures, coma, and death. A wave of panic ensues as public trust in health authorities erodes. Hospitals become overwhelmed, mass gatherings are cancelled, schools close, and some regions declare martial law. Grocery stores are looted due to mass hysteria. Amidst this turmoil, a blogger named Alan Cromeweed spreads conspiracy theories claiming a hidden cure exists and advocates for a homeopathic remedy called forsythia. His viral video ignites a buying frenzy. It is later revealed that Cromeweed never had the virus and exploited public fear for profit. In the meantime, scientists race against time to create a vaccine. Dr. Ali Hextall successfully develops a vaccine using a weakened virus strain and tests it on herself, surviving the process. Mass production and distribution efforts begin through a lottery system. Mitch is discovered to have natural immunity, making him a valuable research subject, while his daughter Jory is isolated for her safety. The crisis deepens when a WHO official, Dr. Orantes, is kidnapped in China by villagers demanding vaccines, only to later find they had received placebos. The virus continues spreading globally, with millions affected and deaths mounting. The estimated R0 surpasses 2, indicating a high transmission rate. Only with widespread vaccination does the growth rate decline and governments start regaining control. As funeral homes struggle under the volume, mass graves are created and life begins to resume cautiously. In a poignant scene, Mitch celebrates Jory's prom at home, giving her his immunity wristband to dance with her boyfriend. Flashbacks reveal the origins of the pandemic, starting with a bat disturbing a jungle and leading to Beth's fateful handshake. The final image stresses the catastrophic consequences ignited by a single interaction and the somber reality of a changed world where science, though victorious, comes at a profound cost. A novel and lethal virus spreads rapidly across the globe, inciting panic and urgent efforts to grasp its nature and contain its reach. Health authorities and scientists endeavor to uncover the virus's origin, track its transmission, and develop treatments or vaccines. Their initial attempts face obstacles as the virus destroys cells necessary for research, stalling experimentation and vaccine development. Progress comes when Dr. Ian Sussman successfully cultivates the virus using a fetal bat cell line, creating a spark of hope that attracts pharmaceutical interest globally. Concurrently, organizations such as the CDC and the WHO work to pinpoint patient zero and manage infection clusters in major cities including Hong Kong, London, Tokyo, and Abu Dhabi. As the virus proliferates, daily life is heavily disrupted, hospitals become overwhelmed, and critical shortages of medical supplies emerge. Medical staff experience extreme pressure, with some falling ill, prompting nurses to strike for improved safety measures and protocols. In an attempt to mitigate the virus's spread, governments enforce quarantines, close airports, and impose travel restrictions. Public fear escalates due to shortages of essentials, leading to bank runs and grocery store panic alongside rising civil unrest. Clear communication becomes vital as experts and officials work to combat rumors and misinformation that flourish online. The emotional impact on families is profound. Individuals mourn the loss of loved ones while facing restrictions on funerals and burials. One family defies orders to cremate bodies, insisting on traditional burial to honor their dead. Health workers such as Dr. Erin Mears courageously confront the virus, often paying the ultimate price, illustrating the severity of the situation and the sacrifices made by those on the front lines. In the tumult, some individuals believe they've discovered natural remedies like forsythia, despite uncertainty regarding their efficacy, especially for children. Political and social institutions adapt to the crisis, transitioning to online formats and ensuring continuity of government amidst escalating challenges. The unfolding nightmare reveals society's fragility while showcasing resilience as individuals strive to safeguard themselves and others. As mortality rises into the millions, the narrative grapples with the precarious balance between hope for a solution and the grim realities of an overwhelmed healthcare system. Scientific advances hint at the possibility of a vaccine in the future, yet not in time to avert widespread devastation. Distrust of authorities is amplified by public anxiety, sparking speculation about secret cures and conspiracies. Health officials continue to stress the importance of basic preventive measures like social distancing and hygiene amid varied regional responses and inconsistent reporting. The narrative centers on a global community grappling with a viral outbreak that disrupts everyday life, challenges the medical field, and tests resilience. The virus highlights significant weaknesses in healthcare systems governance and social bonds while also prompting remarkable acts of bravery and selflessness from frontline workers. It serves as a stark reminder of the unpredictability linked with emerging infectious diseases and the critical need for effective preparedness and response strategies. Alan, a freelance journalist, initially became involved by following a viral narrative known as Shinko Busman. He has been vocal on social media asserting that a conspiracy is at play involving organizations like the CDC and WHO, which he claims aim to conceal the truth about a lethal new virus for personal and financial gain. Alan alleges that alternative treatments such as forsythia are being overlooked or suppressed by health authorities due to a lack of profit potential for influential entities. He makes accusations against the WHO for colluding with pharmaceutical companies while he claims the CDC selectively withholds possible therapies. In contrast, Dr. Cheever from the CDC publicly denies these claims, emphasizing their commitment to uncovering the virus's source, treating affected individuals, and developing a vaccine despite considerable uncertainty. He elaborates on the virus's basic epidemiology and warns that misinformation proves more hazardous than the virus itself. Alan escalates tensions when he cites leaked communications allegedly from Dr. Cheever regarding a quarantine in Chicago prior to its public announcement, indicating possible dishonesty and favoritism. The situation deteriorates further as the virus mutates and spreads with an increasing basic reproduction number, R0, indicating accelerated infection rates. Efforts to develop vaccines encounter numerous challenges, including failed trials for dead virus vaccines and potential dangers associated with live attenuated vaccines. As death tolls rise into the millions globally, governments impose strict curfews amidst unrest, public panic, and declining law enforcement presence. While chaos ensues, Alan pursues an investigation into potential corruption, facing resistance, legal threats, and accusations of disseminating harmful misinformation. He maintains his belief in the effectiveness of forsythia and similar treatments despite the absence of scientific evidence. Furthermore, testing reveals he never contracted the virus or developed antibodies, hinting at possible fabrications for personal gain. In parallel, the official vaccine, named MEV, is hastily granted emergency approval, produced covertly at various locations, and distributed based on prioritized birth dates to address the limited supply. Alan's quest for truth attracts a vast following to his blog, gaining him millions of loyal readers who rely on his perspective. However, this high-profile attention leads to serious consequences as he is charged with securities fraud, conspiracy, and manslaughter. Even under pressure, Alan remains steadfast in his beliefs, claiming he played a vital role in raising awareness and skepticism about the vaccine, which he believes has saved lives. The vaccine rollout sparks renewed hope. However, the inequitable distribution of limited doses ignites tension and violent confrontations among the populace. As the pandemic unfolds, a continuous onslaught of the virus generates widespread chaos, altering social dynamics and inciting economic disturbances on an unprecedented scale. Governments and scientific communities around the globe urgently work to control the outbreak while racing against time. Amid this turmoil, Alan's former colleagues and family are left grappling with complex ethical dilemmas about trust in science, societal survival, and moral responsibility. Their struggles highlight the broader implications of information dissemination and public response during a crisis. The narrative becomes a poignant exploration of societal fragility when faced with health emergencies. As Alan's situation escalates, it raises questions about the boundaries of free speech, the ethics of advocacy, and the role of individuals in shaping public perception during crises. The divide between those who blindly trust scientific authorities and those who question them deepens, leading to a polarized society where lives hang in the balance. Public health measures become increasingly controversial as fear and misinformation circulate. Alan's conviction that he is a voice for the truth becomes a double-edged sword, risking both his freedom and the safety of his supporters. With the advent of the vaccine, the stakes become even higher as allocation dilemmas exacerbate existing societal tensions. The ensuing uproar not only jeopardizes trust in medical science but also fractures familial and social bonds as individuals choose sides in the burgeoning conflict. Throughout, the tension between individual rights and communal responsibility remains pressing. As Alan's story unfolds, it serves as a cautionary tale about the perils of misinformation, the complexities of public health ethics, and humanity's struggle to navigate the intersection of truth, trust, and survival in times of crisis. The pandemic not only reshapes societal structures but also redefines personal relationships, as every decision made in the face of uncertainty carries profound ramifications for all involved. If you enjoy watching this video, then subscribe to Angel Recaps for the latest movies explanation.